Hey, Garrett. Garrett!
Oh, hey, sweet tea, what's up?
I've got something for you. I got some fresh rumors for you in my cat pan.
Oh my god. Hi, welcome back to another week of the Fish Tank. I, of course, am Garrett Hallfish, and I would like to welcome you all. Now, this week I want to talk about something that's kind of been getting on my nerves lately, and that's that we're just getting too many console leaks as we're getting closer and closer to E3. And I know E3 is an exciting time. It's been a few years, so now you can think about possible upgrades to the consoles, and Nintendo has already told us that this year they're going to start talking about the Nintendo NX, and that makes things really exciting. But you gotta be careful with what you're reading out there. Now, this of course comes from some new rumors that are circulating about a new PS4, the PS4K, as they're calling it. Basically, it'll just have a higher processing, a higher GPU, so that you can get better resolution, 4K resolution when you're gaming. It's also said to improve on the PlayStation VR. And I don't know, it just sounds a little too good to be true. Granted, in the past, yes, there's the PS3, there's the PS3 Slim, there's the PS3 Super Slim. But the components are largely the same. In fact, with the PS3 Slim, to make it cheaper, they took out some stuff with the PS3 that made it backwards compatible. It actually lost stuff in the upgrade. Now, with this, part of me thinks it could be likely that they're doing an upgrade, and part of me thinks that it's not at all likely. Now, the part of me that thinks it's not at all likely is because you're fracturing that market. You can't support a really high-end PS4 without either making sacrifices for the old PS4 or vice versa. You might have exclusives that are only on the new ones. It would confuse the people that are buying these games, because they're just look at Nintendo. Their problem with the Wii U since its launch is that people still think it's a Wii. They don't think it's a new console. They think it's just an upgrade. Think of the new Nintendo 3DS. You're going to buy a Nintendo 3DS, and it happens to be new, but it's not the new Nintendo 3DS. These kind of things are confusing to people, and that's why I think it's a little unlikely. What could make it more plausible is that the PlayStation VR, when they announced the package for what you're going to get for that $400, one of those little boxes is a little processing unit. Now, it's not doing some complex processing. Mainly, it's splitting the image from the TV to the glasses so that you can have two different experiences going on. Because there are some games where one person is wearing the VR and then 3 or 4 others are just playing with other controllers on the TV. And it just needs that extra power boost in order to do that. Now, are they packaging that into the future consoles? That's a little more believable, but I don't think it's something that's going to create this incredibly more powerful PS4, because they might as well just hold off a few more years and work towards the PS5. Now, the Nintendo NX, that console has an obscene amount of rumors circulating about it, and these are just kind of getting on my nerves, because by and large, most of them are coming from the same guy. And yeah, he's had some of his rumors come out being true when he's talked about Pokemon and some other things, but he's also had some that are wrong. And so, yeah, when you see these posts, everyone says, oh, take it with a grain of salt. But when you see that headline, it's clickbait, and you just want to watch and see what it is about. The ones I'm talking about, Luigi's Mansion being a launch title. That'd be cool. I'm down for that. But the fact that the only feedback this guy has is that it's stunning. It's like, well, of course it's gonna be. if it's on a new console that's trying to push kind of the graphics and everything, of course it's going to be stunning. Even if it's less powerful than the Wii U, they're going to want it to still look stunning. That one, it's a no-brainer. For Beyond Good and Evil 2 being a Nintendo NX exclusive, what these guys are feeding off of is our hope and our dreams, and we've been wanting Beyond Good and Evil 2 for a long time. And Nintendo, with Bayonetta 2 and some other games, they have rescued these long in development games and brought them to fruition, and that's what we hope would happen with this game. But to turn that into a rumor, it's basically like if I was to just go on the site and be like, hey, I know this guy Dan, he works for Nintendo, and he said that the Nintendo NX will support 3 touchpads, and everyone's gonna go crazy about it being real, but there's nothing to back it up, and so you just gotta be careful out there. Case in point, they just released an image about the new Nintendo NX controller leak. When it's a photograph, sometimes things have been correct. When they've leaked PS4 controllers in the past, they look pretty much the same as when they come out. But part of me hopes that this one isn't true just because of how absurd it looks. I mean, Nintendo, they love those buttons. Besides the shape, their buttons and D-pads have largely been the same since the beginning. And it would be really weird to me to have Nintendo just have touchpad buttons on their next controller. It just seems a little bit off. But then Nintendo also is just more famous for having these more outlandish rumors, or these rumors that look more plausible. Case in point, let's go back to Project Cafe before the Wii U was even announced. Project Cafe, we saw leaked pamphlets, we saw leaked consoles, and then we saw a leaked presentation about the consoles, and it made everything look plausible. And then we find out that leaked video was fake. They have a guy that looks like Reggie Fils-Aimé, but he's not Reggie Fils-Aimé. And it's because of these reasons that you just gotta be careful. Because with E3 just around the corner, our dreams are at their highest. We want all these new things, because it's been a while. We've just had games lately, and we would love a new device. But you just gotta be careful out there so that you don't crush those dreams, or you don't get mad at things that aren't even true. So rumors, they're not gonna go anywhere. If anything, they've only gotten worse. But do your best to kind of steer clear from them. I mean, you wanna go into these E3 presentations and be surprised. And if you go in knowing everything that's gonna be in that presentation, it's not going to be a good E3 for you. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for coming this week. Please follow us on Twitter at NerdMuchCom. You can also find us on Facebook via the description below. And if you liked this video, if you hated this video, if you saw this video, please press that little subscribe button at the bottom. It would do me a huge favor. I'll see you next week. Now let's get real. The real rumor here, it has nothing to do with the controller on that leaked image for the Nintendo NX. It has everything to do with what is behind that black box. I mean, for all we know, it could be the system for the new Nintendo console. For all we know, it could be that Nintendo is actually coming out with a Steam box gonna be run by Valve, and Half-Life 3 is gonna come out. For all we know, everything that we know is a lie, and this is not even a controller. It's just gonna defuse a bomb that I don't even know.